It is Thursday morning. We're at we're still at Bayview. Sorry. I get to go so many places. This guy, about 72 hours ago, I'd gotten some messages through Instant Messenger and so forth that this guy was actually stepped on. Unfortunately, I was nowhere at the time, so I could not set this guy up at a hospital anywhere to be met. It turns out that our buddy here was stepped on basically from, where you get my finger, from the mid-thorax back. Let me get something better to point with. From the, there you go, mid-thorax forward. It turns out if you look at him right now, you'll actually see he's got a left head tilt. Well, his head tilt actually switches from left to right. While I was getting his x-rays, his head tilt was in the opposite direction. But this guy does circle left on a regular basis. Matter of fact, he's now set up perfectly for NASCAR. You just got to teach him how to steer the little lizard car. Anyway, the good news is we are seeing a rostral fracture up here. The mandible seems fine. Although I can actually see some curled back lip on that right side. I'm not actually, or is it the right side? I'll figure it out in a minute. Anyway, so he does have some gingival damage, but there's no bone damage on that on the mandible. So we know that we probably also have some fractured ribs over here on the left side as well. But this guy's actually handling it pretty well. He's quite cranially painful as far as his head goes. So I'm sending him home with some antibiotics to fight any secondary infections in these bones. And I'm going to have to come up with a very, very small microdose of some corticosteroids to help out with any brain swelling and any issues there. Other than that, I think this guy can actually turn around. The question is he going to be a forever NASCAR driver, or does he get a chance to be an Indy driver sometime in his future? Nothing against NASCAR, but I think Indy drivers are just so cool. I have this argument with my friends all the time. What's better, Indy or NASCAR? Yeah, we'll never agree on that one. But at the same time, this guy may be able to tell us later on in his life exactly what's better, left turns or both. Okay, so let me go in the back. I'm going to work up some microdosing for this guy, and hopefully, like to recheck him next week. Okay, you will have my number that goes to this phone right here before we leave. And if you have any issues, you can call. We'll take it from there. But I do plan on seeing some improvement. The question is, because it's traumatic and we're now 72 hours post-injury, I can't guarantee how much better we get. But these guys, again, are more instinctual than they are thought processes and learning, especially at this age. So we can actually get him past this, and he can actually, in theory, without any secondary infections, lead a pretty normal life. Okay. If you come springtime, when you're out there in the world, in the backyard, look around and see all the lizards that are surrounding your house, and you'll see three-legged ones and ones with half a head and half a tail, and you'd be surprised just how adaptable and how well these guys can do. Okay? All right. So, any questions?
No, I think that'll do it.
All right. Let's get this guy some meds up. Yeah, shoes of the future.
I can't wear them, though. That's not my style.
It's not about style.
I say my style. I bought a pair, and I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it for nothing.
The great news is I haven't had to bend down and pick up change, and God, it's been years now. All right. We went to shoes. I can't believe this conversation went to shoes. All right. Let me get some meds made for this guy.